I am requesting Praveen Kumar to the opening batsman. I'll be at the other end. But you know, those who have seen Sachin and Saurav playing, Sachin used to open, Saurav with the other end. But sometimes very important, the other man has to cooperate. That he'll get out.
It's a very pertinent question, and at the same time a very difficult question to answer. But I would definitely try to answer your question with the best of my ability. So, first thing is this corporatization education is stereotyping people willingly or wittingly or unwittingly. So now today you see in all educational institutions, especially driven by corporate culture, so only the guys who get 99.99% are honored, and then the guys who get into IITs are honored, and the guys who get into medicine, the guys who get into top class institutions are honored, and all those people who do not get, all those 70 or 80% of the people who do not get into these institutions, I think they are, getting frustrated, and then they are getting a feeling that they are not good for this society. So I think their creative potential is is getting denuded. So first is it's not a very easy. There is no easy solution to prevent this kind of thing. I think government teachers have to really sacrifice their personal comforts and then go back to the basics and then start teaching, because by what I have seen is government teachers are, when I say government and all those people who are working in the villages and then urban areas, they come into the system after a lot of screening. And then private institutions in the villages, the quality of education is, the quality of teaching community is not so great. Of course, they are also products of the same system, but the quality of teachers is certainly much better in government system. But unfortunately, the government teachers, we have about 6 lakhs of them in Andhra Pradesh, in the entire combined Andhra Pradesh. So they are not that motivated. I think society is not giving due recognition to those teachers. We are giving good salaries, but I think they need more recognition. I think we have to give them a lot of comfort, and we have to give them recognition. We have to give them a lot of support when they do their duty in the classrooms. So unless the classrooms in government schools change, I think this corporate culture won't recede. Because last month we had a bad accident of 16 children getting run over by a running train in a place called Masaipet in Medak. And all these 16 children were going from the poorest of the poor localities to a private school which is supposed to be an English medium school. And which is supposed to be a better school. The parents thought, I think they would better send their children to corporate schools than the government schools. And then as a result, these 16 children died in an accident. I think this could have been prevented had government teachers have done their duty. In Western societies, I think everybody would try to send the community. School becomes the center of the community. So I don't think Western societies promote this kind of unmindful and rat race between private sector and then corporate sector. So I think it is for the government teachers to decide. I don't agree with the suggestion that corporate schools must be curbed. No. It is not correct, because it's a democracy, and then people have a choice to go to the institution of their liking. But it is for the government teachers to decide as to how to run their institution. I think I have answered your question to the extent of my knowledge.
I will just add one line. You scored 3 runs, so I am on this side now, not 4. So just one line I will add. Those of you are studying, wherever you are studying, remember, your karma has put you in a particular place. There itself you can excel. Don't think if I had gone there, something would have happened. Would have been, ought to have been, should have been, all those things should go. You are in a particular place, you are getting some education, and plenty of exposure is there now thanks to this internet and thanks to CDs and thanks to so much of educational material available. You can improve yourself wherever you are. Remember C.V. Raman. Remember Prabhuchandra Roy. Remember J.C. Bose. J.C. Bose, Satyan Bose, They were just denied Nobel Prize because we were under the British rule. Mahatma Gandhi was nominated for Peace Prize thrice. And Obama was given Peace Prize, nominated for a Peace Prize. The very next day, he sent several lakh troops to Afghanistan to fight. That is a sad story of the lobby place. Now, wherever you are, you can excel wherever you are. Prafulla Chandra Roy was denied a room in the Presidency College of those days where he could experiment. His principal, British principal, didn't allow it. So he somehow found out a room just near the bathroom, and then where he conducted the experiment. He's a pioneer in chemistry. So wherever you are, you can expel. And secondly, about the corporate thing at the IITs, I will tell you a story. IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, IIT Chennai, the topmost people, combination with IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Lucknow, what do? Selling soaps, selling Titan watches, selling Khaitan fans, for which you don't need to do electronic engineering, and then you do, any fool can send it much better than these IIT people. And some of my friends who have gone through this, they are the most frustrated lot. To be frustrated in life, it is not that you go through a village school or this school. The best of the IIT education, the best of the MBA education can make you the worst frustrated person. I know a friend of mine who has breakfast in Melbourne and lunch in London and dinner at Singapore. He doesn't have just the time to enjoy the money which he has been earning. I tell him, you are earning so much money, but I have no time to enjoy that money. What for? See, you should remember that wherever you are, if you are sincere, honest, God will provide you with the amenities by which you can excel. Excellence is something which comes from within. And one more thing I tell you, excellence is a word which is very often used. Don't try to excel the corporate culture, excelling through comparison. That school is better, this company is better. Elbowing it through envy, jealousy, aggression and comparison and imitation. What is excellence according to Swamiji? Excellence is excel with yourself. Yesterday I was this, today I should be more excellent. Tomorrow I should be a little more excellent. And with an ideal. You have this ideal. Compared to the ideals, how low I am. I should excel myself. Think of Vivekananda's own life. He himself says, do you know, before he appeared in that Parliament of Religion in Chicago, 7,000 people, Swami Vivekananda has not had any exposure to public speaking. Not one speech is given to only 10 people. Suddenly you saw, Swamiji's age was 28, 29 plus. He saw huge sea of humanity. He became nervous like Arjuna. Then he said, no, I will not speak now, I will not speak now. Until the president said, if you don't speak now, you will not get any more chance. He was shaking with fear. When he stood there, you know the effect it happened. Swamiji said, have faith in your own self. You can achieve great things. Don't feel inferior in comparison with something else. When we were at school, we read a small poem called The Mountain and the Squirrel. The dialogue between a mountain and a small squirrel. The last few lines I remember. The squirrel is telling the mountain, talents differ. All is well and wisely put. If I cannot carry forests on my back, neither can you crack a nut.
I think we have time for a couple of questions.
Guruji and Dr. Pavin Kumar sir, my question is all about the youngsters are attracting towards bad than good. So what as the youngsters and already experienced people you are? So for that, what kind of instructions that these people are very selective people from different corners of the India. So these are all blessed people that I thought. So one thing that which you can give and which can practice each and every moment because we can influence better than any others. So what you can guide for, like education is important, you said, sir. So education is important, but without character, education is not important. For characteristics, what kind of things we have to do, please instruct for all brothers and sisters. I'm requesting you, sir, please.
Coming to straight to the point, first thing is we should be exposed to people like Swamiji sitting here, and then Swamiji is sitting of the dais as frequently as possible. That shapes your personality. Your exposure decides your future role. That's number one. Number two, touch base with the reality. Don't live in a virtual world. Virtual world is always dangerous. Very, very dangerous. You have millions and trillions of influences operating in the virtual world. And then your GPS is always disabled in virtual world. You don't know where you are going to. But if you enter the real world and then discover your passion, discover your obsession, and then start hitting the reality again and again, and then you will suddenly find your calling. I'm not being very fatalistic here, but if you engage with the reality again and again, suddenly you see the calling. I met a pastor in Harvard University who went for an internship in a place called Peru. Peru is a country in South America. He wanted to serve the poorest of the poor children. Lo and behold, my friends, this man, he decided to stay there for 12 years and he adopted 8 children and came back as a very reformed man and then started transforming the people and then started sharing his transformational story with a lot of people. So you don't know when reality affects you in a very positive way. But if you stay in virtual world, I think you will never be having this kind of opportunity. And lastly, ideology. Read books. Read as many books as possible. I used to take alcohol as a student. Let me tell you very honestly. I used to smoke. But when I started reading books of great people as a student, and suddenly I thought, I'm wasting a lot of time. And then the day I decided, like, there is so much of pleasure in seeking knowledge through books and listening to great people, and then I shunned drinking. So you must have an ideology, you must have an exposure, time to get yourself exposed to reality, and then you must have the patience and initiative to listen to great people. I think these are the 3 things which would really help you. Thank you.
So I go next. I also will add something to that. Adding to what he said, there's a great statement in the spiritual literature of India in Sanskrit, Asupte amrite kalam nayed vedanta chintaya. As long as you have not fallen asleep, as long as you have not died, fill yourself with highly elevating thoughts, for which, as you said, read noble things. See, human soul is creative. If it doesn't create in a higher plane, it will create in a lower plane. Have a higher creativity, for which get exposed to all holy thoughts. All kinds of influences are there. Decide and choose elevating books which alone you will read. Don't waste time reading all kinds of things. Second is, quoting from Swami Vivekananda's letters, he said 3 things are necessary for an individual or for a nation to achieve greatness. Number 1, conviction in the powers of goodness. Number 2, absence of jealousy and suspicion. 3, helping those who are trying to do good and trying to do good. Trying to be good and trying to do good. Conviction in the powers of goodness is something most important and vital. So all of us 1,000 people sitting here, are we bad people? Definitely we are good people. So why so much of good people are around? Why are you crying so much of evil outside? Hundreds of thousands of people in the world are good, but they are not convinced about the power of goodness. As much as wicked people are convinced about the power of wickedness. One pickpocketer, one thief, one dacoit, one evildoer, he is convinced about the power of evil much more than a good people is convinced about the power of goodness. Suppose I tell you, why did you speak the truth? Sir, I was terribly afraid to tell a lie and therefore I spoke the truth. You will not say, I will speak the truth because I will not speak anything except truth if I am cut to pieces. I believe in truth. We are afraid of not being good and therefore we are good. I call it default goodness. Don't be good by default. Be good by choice because you believe in goodness. Swami Vivekananda therefore said, be wicked if you like, but don't be weak. he liked Satan. You know who was Satan? In Milton's Paradise Lost, Satan was an angel called Lucifer. God created everybody and created man in his own image, asked all the angels to bow down to man. Lucifer said, we are in angels. Why should we bow down to man? The first Inqilab Jindabad began in heavens. Angels Union leader stood up. You know what the first sentence he spoke? Milton's Paradise Lost. Arise, awake, or be ever fallen. Swamiji's thought about Uttishtata Jagrata, arise, awake, he must have got from there. He was so much influenced by that. Arise, awake, or be ever fallen. You know, two people, 11th September 2001, you know the sad incident which happened in the Twin Towers in US, America, New York? In that plane, there were 200 people, good people. But not only good people, goody people. We are all good, not only good, we are goody. Absolutely useless, with no power of conviction and goodness. I am good, I cannot tell a lie. What is the use of that kind of thing? I will tell the truth even I cut to pieces. I believe in truth. I believe in purity. I believe in unselfishness. What to do? I may be caught if I tell a lie, and therefore I had to tell the truth. This is what we are, goody fellows. There were two people there with plastic knives who hijacked that plane. 200 people, what were they doing? If 10 people have pounced upon them, this would have been averted. Why did they not do it? Goody people, good people.
They were scared.
These two wicked people believed in wickedness, were not afraid to die, and therefore this incident took place. These people were afraid to die. These people did not believe in goodness. They were terribly too goody, and therefore incident took place. Wicked people thrive everywhere because they are convinced about wickedness. Good people get beaten everywhere because they are not convinced about goodness. See the Puranas, Asuras, Mahishasura and Shumba Nishumba, you know them? The Puranas. All the Devatas are running for their lives. Indra with the Vajrayuda. Look at the cabinet of Indra. Varuna, Vayu, can bring super cyclone and tsunami. Then Varun, then Yama, terrible fellow. All these cabinet ministers, they are running and Mahishasura is taking the throne. Why? Because he may be wicked, but he is strong. So Swamiji said, strength through goodness, for which you be convinced about goodness. This is Mahatma Gandhi's life you read. A very ordinary man, how from humble surroundings he got up. Because he said, I will experiment with the truth, now non-violence and purity. So you take a vow, I will stick to some virtues for which Swamiji pointed out three. Truthfulness, purity, unselfishness. With these three, you take a vow, you practice it for 6 months. Practice it for 1 year. Next year for the youth convention, when you come here, your face will shine. Some power will come to you. This is not at all, these are not stories. You can try it now.
I want to ask Swamiji one question. What is the difference between Shiksha and Vidya?
Shiksha is training, Vidya is knowledge. Actually in India, please sit down. In India, we have two important words. One is Vidya, other is Yoga Shastra. Those who read the Gita, the colophon at the end, Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre. Vidya is knowledge that you have, but the knowledge when actually applied in practice, applied science and pure science, science and technology, engineering and science. So these are two important things. Shiksha is the training by which the Vidya is put into practice and made practicalized through improvement of individual lives. You may have all the knowledge in the world, but if the knowledge does not improve the lot of the ordinary man, the poor man, knowledge doesn't, what nowadays we call empowerment. Knowledge does not give you power, and you can't apply your knowledge for the improvement of yourself and others. That kind of knowledge is useless. So along with Vidya, you need Shiksha, which is called a Yoga Shastra, by which you can improve others. This is pure science and applied science. Both are equally necessary.
I'm an intern with Childline India, which kind of works with victims of sexual abuse, kids from sexual abuse. And it's a rarity to actually find teenagers, as in city breeds, kids who do their 11th and 12th in city. I mean, they are completely cut off from these kind of things that happen in, let's say, a village next to the city. So what do you think, sir, as city breeds teenagers, they have to change in their mind, in the way they think, so that they can be of use to kids or teenagers who are just like them, but are very underprivileged and face harsh situations in life? What do you think has to change in the modern technological minds of city breeds?
See, urbanization is a reality, and urbanization is very, very impersonal, and urbanized world is very ruthless and cutthroat. And by 2030 or 35, it's going to be 50%. The entire country is going to get urbanized. I think by 2050, 70% of India will be urbanized. So urban spaces, as I said, it's very virtual. And then people, they don't have that emotional attachment, and then people, they don't have that ethical foundation in urban spaces, very rarely. I think if you ask me, very practical question, we need to have as many Ramakrishna mutts as possible in urban space. In every conceivable colony, we should have one Ramakrishna mutt driving. When I say this,
for which we need more people from here joining us.
When I say this, I really mean it, because we need more and more people like you going to all the localities and then start telling what exactly is ethical life is all about. If you don't tell that, and then I want you to go to each and every school and go and tell the children, like, this is what the real life is, this is what the diversity is all about, and this is what you have to be, this is how you have to be respectful of others. So if you don't tell that, they're not going to do that. Because in schools, you don't have although you have moral stories as a curriculum, but I don't think people will teach moral stories with conviction. That's the sadness of the story. So I think we need people who are really facing the situation. If they go back to the schools and then start telling their own stories, and then their own personal transformation stories, that would really bring the change in a lot of students. If you can't transform the students, I think you'll have a lot of problems in the coming generation. So this is my conviction, honestly.
Friends, I am Mani and I represent the group of Vedika. The quotation that we have selected today is, neither the money pays, nor the fame, nor the name, but it is the character that makes the difference. Let me take an example before I go into Deepa Baptist. Let us take an example of Vivekananda. When he went to Chicago, he neither had name, nor fame, nor money. But what made the difference? Why the world is looking to him, why the world is following him. It is because of his character. It is because of
the ambition, the strong desire to make India famous and to spread about the
and now the world is following, and we are all gathered here because of his ambition, because his character is so good. That's the reason. And let us take more examples. Saina Nehwal, Sachin, and Abdul Kalam, who went to such a great position of President of India. These all happened not because of the name, fame, or things like that. It is because of the character, their desire, their ambition made them so great, and the world is looking towards them. Right? And character is not a thing that can be built a day. It's like a building that cannot be built a day. It requires slow and steady practice, knowing the ambition, and selecting the paths to make that ambition. That makes all the difference.
This is Sankhya from Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekananda College, Chennai. Start. Faith, faith, faith in ourselves. Faith, faith in God. This is the secret of greatness. Friends, the topic that our group has selected is faith is the source of all strength. Let me just give you a small example. Over the couple of days, we'll be having an eminent speaker, Ms. Arunima Sinha, an amputee who had scaled Mount Everest. Friends, she was an amputee and she scaled Mount Everest. It's only because of the sheer determination and the faith she had in herself. We also find a number of Facebook posts and everything. Japan had faced a nuclear bomb, they developed again. Then they had the tsunami, they bounced back again. Why was it so? It is only because they had faith in themselves. That generation has faith in themselves. We people say, we Indians have the common notion. If he can't, I can't. If he is doing, let him do. Friends, when that attitude changes, Swamiji's vision, that Vision 2020, India is going to be a developed nation, will be achieved much sooner. We need to wake up. As Swamiji says, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. We must arise, awake, and stop not, and not only till the goal is reached, have faith that you will reach your goal. I would like to mention that on this forum. Finally, concluding my speech with these words, I would like to quote of Swami Vivekananda. They say, have faith in this fellow or that fellow, but I say, have faith in yourself. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sonali. I'm from Chaitanya Bharati Institute of Technology. It's a pleasure having got a chance to represent Maitreyi Group. The topic we discussed about is true effort, and the quote we chose is, good motives, sincerity, and infinite love can conquer the world. One single soul possessed of these virtues can destroy the dark designs of millions of hypocrites and brutes. Having said that, I would first like to take notice of Mr. Praveen Kumar IPS, who has just got on this stage. Had he remained the son of a contract labor, would he have become Praveen Kumar IPS? While he had a goal of becoming an IPS officer, but he had many hurdles, he had poverty on his way. His mother encouraged him to become an IPS officer. She did great effort to encourage him in all ways. So I think a person needs to have good motives, sincerity, and infinite love to reach their goal. Thank you.
Word from the group 3. Krishna Jha will come and present.
भाइयों बहनों को मेरा प्रणाम। मैं अपनी तरफ से हमारे ग्रुप ने सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस का टॉपिक चुना है, हम उस पर बताएंगे। आत्मविश्वास से मेरा तात्पर्य आत्म यानी खुद पे हमारा कितना विश्वास है। हमारे सामने सबसे बड़ा उदाहरण स्वामी जी का है। स्वामी जी जब अमेरिका में धर्म समाज आंदोलन में गए थे तो जब वो वहाँ खड़े हुए उतने लोगों के बीच तो उन्हें भी एक बार घबराहट हुई थी, पर उन्होंने अपने ऊपर खुद पे विश्वास किया। उन्होंने कहा मैं खुद से कर सकता हूँ, मैं ये कर सकता हूँ, और उन्होंने बोला तभी आज हमारा धर्म पूरे विश्व में माना जाता है सबसे ऊँचा। और उसके बाद बात उठती है कि हमारा आत्मविश्वास किस प्रकार बढ़ेगा। तो आत्मविश्वास को बढ़ाने के लिए हमारे अंदर पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग अधिक होनी चाहिए। हमें हर चीज़ को पॉजिटिव तरीके से देखना चाहिए, किसी चीज़ में नेगेटिव नहीं सोचना चाहिए। लोग कहेंगे पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग किस प्रकार से आएगी, अच्छे विचारों को बढ़ाइए, किताबों को पढ़िए, पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग आएगी। उसके बाद स्वामी जी कहते हैं वीकनेस इज डेथ, स्ट्रेंथ इज लाइफ। स्वामी जी वीकनेस इज डेथ, तो हम सभी आज एक प्रण लेंगे कि हम कोई भी कार्य करने से पहले कहेंगे आई कैन डू, मैं ही कर सकता हूं, मैं ही करूंगा, मुझसे ही होगा। क्या हम कहेंगे? That's all, sir.
Myself, Difika Biradar. I'm from Vanita College. I have chosen the topic, and the quote is, truth, purity, and unselfishness. Wherever these are present, there is no power below or above the sun to crush the processor thereof. Equipped with these, one individual is able to face the whole universe in opposition. I would start with the truth, purity, and unselfishness. Truth itself, the word itself, does not need anything else to be defined. I would take an instance of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, the great freedom fighter of India. He has preached the whole world to follow the path of truth, non-violence, and purity. And the purity, now I'll define the word purity. Purity has also another word, that is sanctity. Sanctity is nothing but positive attitude with positive thoughts. It is a type of self-respect that has to be come within. Not it has to be taken from outside, nor it has to be learned from books. We get the guidance from the book. What is that is we have to do. And the third is unselfishness. Unselfishness means without any expectation that we'll get from that person or we'll get a money from serving others. Being happy by doing service is the humanity, what someone said here. I would like to give the instance of Mother Teresa. She served all over the country, all over the world, just for service. She has not expected anything from anyone, nor in words, nor in some things, deeds, other things. And I would like to take another instance of unselfishness by Anna Hazare. Anna Hazare is the leading anti-corruption leader of India. He is leading the entire India without any money, without anything. Just with his words, he is conquering the India, with thousands of people conquering just with his words. If he would have something else, he could serve the entire country as he is serving now, more than that. And I would do not ask our Mother India what she has done herself. Always ask this question to you, that what you have done for her.
Well, now, from the fourth group, Karthik will come and present.
Good afternoon, friends. My name is Karthik. I just want to, we selected topic of education in present day with moral values. How it can be practical in present day, the moral values. I'm just quoting a quotation from Swami Vivekananda. Like he said, education, that is the education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, and intellect is expanded, and by which one can stand by his own feet. So, in reality, in present situation, our education system mainly not able to teach first two things, like that is the education by which character is formed. Our today's education system not able to teach or not able to, in practicality, it is not implementing that. How can our younger generations learn? The character development program is not implementing in present education system. So in this youth convention, I am proposing that today our education system must be changed and again it reconstructed on our previous ancient education model so that our education going to produce great people which are stood on moral and ethical values. This is I'm going to propose.
Well, from the Jhansi group, Deepthi will present.
Swamiji. Good afternoon, dear brothers and sisters. I, Deepthi, representing Jhansi group. Our quote is, superstition is great enemy of man. One thing more common in ancient Vedic age and at present is superstition. Because of superstition, a lot of ignorance is still prevailing in India, and there is no practicality. See friends, if our legs are bound with superstition, will not lead India, will make India lean. So I would like to give some preventive measures to get rid of superstition. First is Abdul Kalam sir's idea, which is Pura, which means provisions of urban amenities in rural areas, which includes education, sanitation, hospitality factors in rural areas, which could try to bring people away from the superstition. And the second is, we would like to set up Ramakrishna Math camps in rural areas so that these people could get away of the superstition, so that they could starve themselves to develop India. I would like to end up my topic with a beautiful quote of Swami Vivekananda, which says, all weakness, all bondage is imagination. Do not weaken and stand up, be strong. That is all the religion I know. Thank you.
I request all the participants here, whoever is presenting their concept, would please introduce themselves. What is the name and from which college did you come and which state did you come? Now, from the Jhansi group, Deepthi over. Now, from the fifth group, Surdeep will come and present.
I am Shorodip Bose. I am representing Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekananda University, Narendrapur. Now, our quote is, each soul is potentially divine. Now, as Swamiji said, each soul is potentially divine, but the goal is to manifest the divinity. That means there is no difference between a man and a man. We all are same. We all are the sons and daughters of that Almighty. We all have infinite power within us. Trust me, there is no difference between me and a beggar. No difference. I got good schooling, I got good basic education, I got a good upbringing from my family. That's why I'm here taking this podium, addressing you all. But a beggar who didn't get that, that's why he's there. That's why he's begging always. But it is just the opportunity. Please, it is just the opportunity which makes a man reach up to the level of excellence. So give him opportunity, give him provision to scholarship, free education, compulsory education. He'll be able to achieve what we are achieving now. That is the thing. It is as simple as that. But how? The question is now, how we will do that? How we will execute that? As Swamiji said, education, education, education. Education is the panacea of all social evils. Target group is youth. We must utilize the youth as a potential device to bring a positive change in the society. Give them education. Give those people who are underprivileged, who belong to the downtrodden class, who are neglected, give them education. And also make sure that not only their knowledge is enhanced, but they actually translate their knowledge into action. That is motivation. They are motivated. Then only our India would be called as a not only a developing country, but a developed country. Thank you.
Namaste to all the monastic members of Ramakrishna Mutt और मेरे सभी भारतीय भाई और बहनों को मेरा प्रणिपात. All right, our group, Sharda Group, has always been optimistic, and now we have chosen a topic, way of success. Arise, awake, and stop not until your goal is reached. That is, you should have 100% confidence, 100% conviction, 100% perseverance to achieve your goal. All right, so we have started by devising the way of approach to the success into two major prospects. That is the primary way of approach and the secondary way of approach. Primary way of approach, that is, we have to follow 4 T's. That is, sincerity, purity, punctuality, and regularity. After we follow these 4 T's in our life, we should remember the 3H formula which we learned at 10:15 in the morning, I feel so. That is, head to think, heart to feel, and hands to work. When we have this 3H, then we are almost 3 by 4th of the whole confidence level is increased. Next comes the 6 selves, that is self-confidence, self-control, self-esteem, self-discipline. Afterwards, when we have all these things, we will be stable in many of the spheres, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, mentally, and socially. After we have all these things, we have completed our primary way of approach. Then we come to the secondary way of approach. Then we start our real thing. Recognize your talents. Whatever is there in you, recognize. Whatever you think, that you will be. If you think yourself weak, weak you will be. If you think yourself strong, strong you will be. This is the quote told by Swami Vivekananda. And we need to implement this if we have to begin our secondary response. That is, we should first... All right. Okay, so in the beginning, we have to plan ourselves for the way of approach towards our goal. We need to set our goal after recognizing our strengths. After that, we need to start planning slowly. As told by one of my group members, hitting a wicket in the cricket is very easy, but hitting a goal in the football is very difficult. That is, we need to have proper time management for this. Afterwards, we can achieve any success we want. This is Anusha Hegde from class 12 of DAV Public School signing off. Thank you and have a nice day.
From the 6th group, Aditya Radhod will come and present.
I'm Swamiji. Hello everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Aditya Rathod and I'm come from Nagpur, Maharashtra, Ramakrishna Mutt. My quote is, arise, awake and stop not till the goal is reached. I give you a short allegory. Once a person went to a sea for taking a bath. He was taken aback by seeing the rising wave. So he thought that he could wait for some time so that the wave in a sea keeps still and he could take the bath comfortably. But the wave in a sea never subsided and keep on rising one after the other. So is the life of some people. Some problem or other will always be there. We should not procrastinate doing our work, and we should make a beginning by going forward in a life by using winning formula, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. My second quote of Swamiji is have a faith in oneself, and a faith in God. I shall describe this quote via short poetry. God has not promised skies always blue, flowers driven pathway all our life through. God has not promised sun without rain, joy without sorrow, and a peace without pain. But God has promised strength for the day, rest for the labor, and a light for the way. So have a faith in oneself, and a faith in God. Live and die in your own strength. If you have faith in 3,30,000, whatever the figure may be, of your mythological God, and still have no faith in yourself, there is no starvation for you. So have a faith in yourself, live and die in your own strength. Jai Shri Ram.
From Lakshmi Group.
I was born from the womb of the most beautiful person on the world, my mother. In this unintelligible world of grief, hatred, jealousy, named Tanusha, studying in Bhavans Vivekananda College, Hyderabad. The world is full of fighting. There's war going on. People are fighting with each other. There's so many disputes going on. Why talk about the world? Let's talk about ourselves. Let's talk about our families. We're fighting with each other for a property issue. We have too many desires, too many things. We don't know what's important, what's not important. It's all primary issues which are temporary. We are not choosing them. We are not choosing the things which we should have. We don't have patience today. We don't have identity of ourselves today. We have greed of mine. It's mine, it's not yours. I want it, I won't give it to you. It's like you, me, we, them. We are fighting for a territory, we are fighting for a property. It's all fighting and so much of greed and so much of disputes going on all around the world. Why? Because the time is changing. As the time changes, the mentality is changing. As the mentality is changing, we are losing ourselves. We are losing our consciousness. We are losing ourselves in the world of grief. We don't know why are we here. We don't know what we want. We don't know what we don't want. We are just carried away by the movies, by the other distractions. One wants to look like Ranbir Kapoor, one wants to look like Deepika Padukone, but nobody thinks about our history, nobody thinks about the great saints. What I say is you should have your own identity. Everyone, each one among you has something within you. Bring that out. You know you have something. You're a special person. Everything is there in you, but then you don't agree to get that out. Everything is in me. To manifest it is in your will. So I say, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. You have everything within you. To manifest it is in your will. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
A very good afternoon to the eminent people present here on stage. Very good afternoon to all my friends. I am Pranati Goturi, and I am a 12th pass out from St. Joseph's Public School. And I take keen interest when it comes to topics related to women issues because I'm a single parent child and I've been raised by my mom and she is my everything. So my mindset and everything towards women especially has been very subtly and delicately carved out by my mom. And what I feel, ma'am, is that women have I think girls of my age especially like to consider themselves as victims. They always look out for help. Anything happens in classrooms, anything happens, they're always wanting to complain it to someone, wanting someone to come up for them and speak for them. Whereas I believe that you don't have to shout aggressively. All you have to do is tell, look, I don't like what you're doing to me. I don't like how you're behaving. I'm a girl, respect me for who I am. So this attitude of wanting someone to help us, it's unbelievable. It's very, and if I don't really understand why there is so much apathy in our country where a women's reservation bill hasn't been passed yet. It's been just passed in Rajya Sabha and it's not been passed in Lok Sabha. So in a country where there is such paradox that in places like this we worship women and just outside we don't even bother to drape a woman who's naked and begging. I think in places, in a country like this, educated girls like you and I, we need to realize the importance of speaking up, not being aggressive, but speaking up. And I think if we did that, we'd be no less than anyone, Sunita Williams or Indira Gandhi or the ungrateful Thatcher, anyone alone. Thank you.
A very good morning to one and all. Myself, Pratyusha, born brought up from Hyderabad. I was the most fiercest girl in the world. I think like that. But the thing, I came to know, the first day I came here for a personality development class in order to enhance my fear and everything I want to remove by this Ramakrishna Mutt. But the best part I learned in here is that not only to remove my fear, but also what not I learned from these great personalities over here. The best part I like in here is the traditional, the culture, the custom value. People in Hyderabad won't even think about the culture system, the traditional. The best part here is the culture, the traditional, ethics, moral, whatnot. The more I inspire from this is the real example I tell you. When I went, before that I didn't even post an interview. I was like frightened about the things. But I went to HCL recently, which I threw that till my last round. This is the best example. I left out my fear and I'm here now. Thank you.
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम शीतल, मैं भवंस कॉलेज से हूँ, भवंस विवेकानंद कॉलेज, दैट इज़ इन सैनिकपुरी। और मैं यहाँ के कुछ बातें जो शेयर करना चाहती हूँ, जो मैं यहाँ पे आके बदलाव लाई हूँ। पहली बार जब मैं जब यहाँ पर आई थी, मैं बहुत नर्वस थी कि मैं क्या करूँ या फिर क्या कर सकती हूँ। आई डोंट नो अबाउट व्हाट टू डू इन माय लाइफ। सो मैं बहुत क्या समझ नहीं आया। फिर बाद में जब कॉलेज में पता चला कि ये 3 डे का इवेंट है एंड 2-3 मेरे क्लास के दो लड़कियां पार्टिसिपेट की एंड आई टू वांट टू गो। सो तब मैंने जब पार्टिसिपेट किया यहाँ पे 2 दिन जब आई, तब बहुत डर लग रहा था कि मैं क्या करूँ लाइफ में, क्या कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा था। एंड 3 महीने पहले ही मेरे भाई की डेथ हो गई एंड मैं बहुत डिप्रेस में हो गई थी कि मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकती हूँ एंड मैं बहुत वीक हूँ। फिर जब मैं फर्स्ट डे यहाँ पे आई, फर्स्ट ये सुना स्वामी जी से कि स्ट्रेंथ इज़ लाइफ एंड वीकनेस इज़ डेथ। जब मैं वीक हो गई थी तो मुझे लगा कि मैं मर चुकी हूँ। एंड जब सेकेंड डे जब मैं यहाँ पे आई, तब मुझे लगा कि नहीं, मेरे अंदर भी है कि मैं कुछ कर सकती हूँ। एंड जब मैंने पूर्णा और आनंद कुमार को देखा तो मुझे लगा कि जब सब कोई भी कर सकता है तो मैं क्यों नहीं। एंड फिर मेरे अंदर का जो डर है, जो मैं सोचती थी कि मैं एक लड़की हूँ, मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकती हूँ, देन मेरे को एक रियलाइजेशन आया कि नहीं, मैं भी कुछ कर सकती हूँ, मैं भी कुछ अलग करके दिखा सकती हूँ। एंड मैं जिस फैमिली से हूँ, मेरी फैमिली का कोई बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, लाइक कोई ऊंचे स्टेटस पे नहीं है एंड कोई मुझे सपोर्ट नहीं करता। एंड इसलिए क्योंकि मैं एक लड़की हूँ और हमारे पूरे परिवार में एंड बैकग्राउंड में हमारे पापा को पहली लड़की मैं ही हुई। सो उस वजह से बहुत पूरी फैमिली मुझे डोमिनेट करती थी। ओनली पापा एंड मम्मी मुझे सपोर्ट करते थे कि नो, तुम लड़की हो, तुम वीक क्यों हो। लड़की एक बहुत पुण्य, लाइक बहुत बड़ा वरदान है भगवान का, जो इस थाई पे और कलयुग में स्त्री का जन्म, ऐसा कोई जन्म नहीं होता जो बेकार है। वो बहुत बड़ा अच्छा काम करने के लिए ही भगवान उसे धरती पे भेजते हैं। सो हाँ, मैं यही बोलना चाहती हूँ कि लड़की हो के तुम ये मत सोचो कि तुम ये लाइक डरो मत कि तुम नहीं कर सकते हो, क्योंकि सब कुछ है सो लड़की में ही है। एंड वुमेन इज़ शक्ति, और वो शक्ति से ही सब कुछ हो सकता है। वो है तो दुनिया है, नहीं तो कुछ भी नहीं है। सो अपने अंदर का डर, अपने अंदर तुम लड़की हो बोल के पहले तो वो फीलिंग निकालो, और नेक्स्ट कि तुम लड़की हो, बाहर नहीं जा सकती हो, वो डर अपने आप में से निकालो। मैं बस मैं बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ ये रामकृष्णा मठ की, जो मेरे अंदर जो इतना चेंजेस, मैं सोच भी नहीं सकती इतना चेंजेस कि मैं लाइक जीवन से पूरा विरक्त हो गई थी कि मेरे को नहीं चाहिए, ये लाइफ ही नहीं चाहिए। एंड मैं जब सोची थी कि लाइक कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता, मेरे से कुछ भी नहीं होता, जब मैं वीक हो गई, जब फिर मैं फर्स्ट डे जब आई तो मैं ऐसा लगा कि बस कुछ कर सकती हूँ मैं। जब पूर्णा और आनंद कुमार मेरे एज के कर सकते हैं तो मैं क्यों नहीं, मैं क्या हूँ। तो मैं चेंज होना चाहती हूँ एंड आई विल, एंड मैं कभी कुछ फ्यूचर में करके दिखाऊंगी। థ్యాంక్ యూ।
నమస్కారం అండి, నా పేరు హసిత, నేను భవన్స్ వివేకానంద కాలేజ్ నుంచి వచ్చాను. ముందుగా ఇక్కడికి వచ్చే ముందు అనుకున్నాను ఏముంటుందిలే, స్పీచ్లు ఇస్తారు, ఏవో చెప్తారు, జరుగుతూ ఉంటే అలాంటివి, సర్లే వినొచ్చు, సర్లే వెళ్దామన్న ఒక దృష్టితో నేను ఇక్కడికి పయనం సాగించిన తర్వాత, ఇక్కడికి వచ్చిన తర్వాత నేను తెలుసుకుంది ఏంటంటే ముందుగా రామకృష్ణ మఠలో ఉంది ఏంటంటే డిసిప్లిన్, పంక్చువాలిటీ. డిసిప్లిన్ తోటే అన్నీ సాధ్యమవుతాయి, ఈ పంక్చువాలిటీ కూడా. ఈ రెండు కలిస్తేనే ఒక మనిషి ఒక మలుచుకోగలుగుతాడు అతను. ఇంకా నేను నార్మల్గా ఒక ఎన్ఎస్ఎస్ వాలంటీర్ని. మేము సోషల్ సర్వీస్ చేస్తాము, చిన్న చిన్న గ్రామాలకి వెళ్ళి అక్కడ పిల్లలకి చదువు చెప్పడం కానీ ఇలాంటివన్నీ చేస్తూ ఉంటాము. ఇక్కడికి వచ్చిన తర్వాత నాకు బాబర్ అలీ గారి వాళ్ళని కానీ, ప్రవీణ్ కుమార్ సార్ లాంటి వాళ్ళందరిని చూసిన తర్వాత ఇంకా ఎంతో మోటివేషన్ కలిగి, ఎంతో ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ కలిగింది. ఇప్పుడు మేము చిన్న చిన్న గ్రామాలకి వెళ్తాము, అక్కడ అందరూ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి వినలేకపోవచ్చు. నేను నా స్వశక్తిలో నేను అక్కడ వాళ్ళందరి దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి, ఇది నేను చేసింది, మీరు కూడా ఒక్కసారన్నా రామకృష్ణ మఠకెళ్ళి ఇవన్నీ వింటే ఏదో కొంచెం మార్పు వస్తుందని ఆశతో నేను వాళ్ళకి వెళ్ళి చెప్తాను ఇదంతా. థ్యాంక్ యూ, ధన్యవాదాలు.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నా పేరు నాగమణి. మాది చాలా పూర్ ఫ్యామిలీ అండి. నేను విలేజ్ నుంచి వచ్చాను. అయితే మా ఊర్లో నేనేం చూసానంటే అక్కడ అందరికీ బాత్రూమ్స్ ఉండవు, అందరూ పొలాల్లోకి వెళ్తూ అలా చేస్తూ ఉంటారనమాట. అయితే నేను వన్స్ మా ఊరు నుంచి బయటకు వచ్చి చదువుకుంటూ ఇలా ఉన్నాను కదా, వాళ్ళకి చెప్పేదాన్ని, ఇలా చేయకూడదు, ఇలా చేస్తే తప్పు, మనం అలా చేయకూడదు, హెల్త్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వస్తాయి, అది ఇది అని చెప్తే వాళ్ళు నన్ను అంటారు, ఎవరు చెప్పారు నీకు, ఇన్నాళ్ళు నువ్వు మాతోటే ఉండి ఎక్కడ ఉన్నావు కదా, ఇప్పటివరకు ఎక్కడ పెరిగొచ్చావు, కొత్తగా ఇవన్నీ చెప్తున్నావా, సైలెంట్గా ఉండు అంటారు. అందుకే గవర్నమెంట్ వాళ్ళు మనకి ఇట్లా కొన్ని ఇస్తున్నారు, మనం స్టార్ట్ చేయొచ్చు, బాగుండొచ్చు అని చెప్తే అలా చేయడం వేస్ట్, ఫిల్లార్స్ అవన్నీ కట్టాలంటే డబ్బులు కావాలి, అవి ఉంటేనే వాళ్ళు ఇస్తారు, ఎంత డబ్బులు దండగా, ఇదే బెటర్ కదా, మనం ఇలా వెళ్ళడమే మంచిది అంటారు. సో నేను ఏమనుకుంటున్నానంటే ఇంతమంది ఇన్స్పిరేషన్స్ ఇవన్నీ చూశాక నా ఓన్ మనీతో అందరికీ పిల్లాస్ అవి వేయించడానికి నేను మనీ ఇద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాను. ఇంకా అన్ఎడ్యుకేటెడ్ పీపుల్ ఉన్నారు, చిన్న చిన్న పిల్లల్ని స్కూల్స్కి పంపిస్తున్నారు, అది చాలా బాగుంది. ఇంకా చాలామంది లేడీస్ ఉన్నారు, వాళ్ళందరి చదువు కోసం నేను ఏదో ఒకటి చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను. నైట్ టైమ్స్ కానీ చదివించి, ఇంకా వాళ్ళకి ఏమైనా ఫండ్స్ ఏమైనా ప్రైజెస్ లాంటివి, మనీ ప్రైజెస్ అలా ఇస్తే వాళ్ళు కూడా చదువుకోవడానికి అలా వస్తారు. ఇంకా అట్లా చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాను. ఇంకా వాటర్ కూడా బాగుండవు మా ఊరిలో, చెరువులో నీళ్ళనే అవి తీసుకుని తాగేస్తూ ఉంటారు, అంతా బాగోదు. సో మా ఊరి కోసం నేను ఏదైనా చేయాలి, మా ఊరు అంతా డెవలప్ అవ్వాలని నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను, అందుకోసం నేను చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను. ఇదంతా నాకు ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ ఆర్కే మట్కి వచ్చిన తర్వాత. ఎందుకంటే ఇంతకుముందు అంతా మనం డిపెండ్ అవ్వాలి, పేరెంట్స్ అది ఇవ్వాలి, ఇది ఇవ్వాలి, అలా ఉంటేనే మనం అనుకునేదాన్ని. కానీ నిన్న మేడం వాళ్ళు చెప్పారు కదా, మనకి రిజర్వేషన్ అవసరం లేదు, మనం ఏంటో మనం ప్రూవ్ చేసుకోగలుగుతాం, మనం అన్నీ చేయగలుగుతాం అని అలా చెప్పారు. అప్పుడు నేను అనుకున్నాను, అవును నేను చేసి చూపించాలి, నేనే అసలు స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి మొత్తం. అప్పుడు నన్ను చూసి ఇంకా అందరు వస్తారు, ఒకళ్ళు అందరు యాడ్ అవుతారు, అప్పుడు అంతా చేంజ్ వస్తుంది అనుకుంటున్నాను. Thanks for Ramakrishna Math.
Hi, good morning. My name is Annapurna from Usmania University College for Women. Actually, I don't have self-confidence any time. And naku ninnat nunchi after listening from Anand and Purna, after listening from Anand and Purna, I'm completely impressed from them, and I can achieve anything. And what is that I get depressed 2-3 days if I don't get perfect result. And yesterday what happened is, actually I'm very eager and crazy to take pic with Babar Ali. But I didn't got that opportunity. I just missed. And I thought that maybe I'll get his pic with him on the stage in front of everyone. That's why I missed here. I thought like that, and I developed the positive thinking here. And I have 4 sisters and 1 brother. I'll make everyone to join here in Ramakrishna. But first I used to think that what I can do to this nation. I used to do that, this, that. But I'll think again what I can do. No, I can't do anything. And I'll just remain in studies and that corporate colleges, everything in 4 sides. And now I really got a strength and everything after listening to everyone, and I can do anything. I want my family to be the part of no, not Ramakrishna Mat. Actually Ramakrishna Mat, but should be part in developing the India. Not only my family, everyone. And I don't know what exactly I feel. Actually I used to if anything wrong, I used to say, oh shit, bullshit, what this, that. But yesterday, for the first time, I said Ramakrishna, I said. And that bhajana was, actually I don't even attend for anything. I'll just sit at home, Facebook or TV, or my books or my listening songs, that's it. That's my world till yesterday. And now it's completely different, and I want everyone to join here. And what else? I want to talk more about this Ramakrishna Mat. I'll make everyone to join here. I will spread this news as much as I can. It's a peaceful and pleasant place where there is no ego, nothing. It's a completely humanity place. And I want everyone to take part here. You'll definitely get a perfect pillar. And I don't know, I'm not getting any words to explain. I'm completely different. For the first time, the 3 days is completely utilized in my life. I'm so satisfied. I'll never remember this 8th, 9th, 10th of August 2014. And I don't know why I make film actors as my hero. As so many Indian heroes are in front of us, but why didn't I recognize them? I'm really feeling bad about that. And now I salute all of them and thank you.
అందరికీ శుభోదయం. నా పేరు రమాదేవి, అగ్రికల్చర్ యూనివర్సిటీ ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ స్టూడెంట్ని. నేను ఇక్కడికి 2.5 years 3 years నుంచి వస్తున్నాను. కానీ ప్రతిరోజు కొత్తే నాకు, ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ నేర్చుకున్న ప్రతి ఒక్కటి అంత కొత్తగా అంత న్యూగా ఉంటుంది రోజు. ఇంతకుముందుకు యాజ్ ఎ వాలంటీర్గా ఉన్నప్పుడు చాలా గ్రేట్గా ఫీల్ అయ్యేదాన్ని. అక్కడ నేను ఇక్కడికి వచ్చినప్పుడు స్వామీజీ వాళ్ళు చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే రోగి దేవోభవ, దరిద్ర దేవోభవ అని చెప్తూ ఉంటారు. అది నిజంగా నా లైఫ్లో ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాను, ఇంకా చేయాలనేది నా ఆశ అన్నట్టు. ఇక్కడ ఇప్పుడు నేను ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ స్టూడెంట్ అయినప్పుడు రావేప్ అనే ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఉంటుంది మాకు. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు అయ్యో నేను రామకృష్ణ మఠ్ని మిస్ అవుతున్నానే అని చాలా ఫీల్ అయినా. తర్వాత తెలిసింది ఏంటంటే రామకృష్ణ మఠ్ ఎక్కడుంటే అక్కడికి వెళ్ళడం కాదు, మనం వెళ్ళిన దగ్గర సేవ చేస్తే ఖచ్చితంగా ఆ వివేకానంద నాకు బస్ చేస్తాడని అనిపించింది. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత నేను స్వామీజీ చెప్పిన మాటలు విన్న తర్వాత యాజ్ ఏ ఓల్డ్ స్టూడెంట్గా అక్కడ కొత్తగా ఒక విలేజ్ ఉంది, అక్కడ ఓన్లీ 7th class వరకే ఉంటుంది అన్నట్టు. అక్కడ 7th class ఉన్నా కానీ వాళ్ళందరూ పొలం పనిలోకి వెళ్ళడంలో బిజీ ఉంటారు అన్నట్టు, చదువుని ఎవరు పట్టించుకోరు అన్నట్టు. చదవకండి అంటే ఎందుకు చదువుకుంటే మాకు అందరికి జాబ్లు వస్తాయా అనే పిచ్చి ఆలోచనలో ఉన్న వాళ్ళని మార్చాలని చెప్పి రోజు వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో డోర్ టు డోర్ వెళ్ళి ఇంట్లో ఉంటే అది కాదు, చదువుకుంటే ఖచ్చితంగా గొప్ప వాళ్ళు అవుతారు అని చెప్పి ఒక్కొక్కరు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పుకుంటూ ఒక 35 members స్టూడెంట్స్ని గ్యాదర్ చేసి రోజు మార్నింగ్ ఈవినింగ్ ట్యూషన్ చెప్తున్నాను వాళ్ళకి. అలా కొంచెం వాళ్ళు నేర్చుకుంటున్నారు. అది కొంచెం చిన్న హెల్ప్ చేస్తున్నాను అన్నట్టు. ఇంకా ఈ యూత్ క్యాంపుకి రావడానికి ముందు ఇక్కడ ఎన్రోల్ చేసుకోవడం అంటే వాలంటీర్గా ఉంటానులే అని అన్నట్టు ఉంటుండే, కానీ వాలంటీర్ లేదమ్మా డెలిగేట్ రావాలి అని చెప్పారు, వచ్చాను. కానీ ఈ క్యాంపు వల్ల, ఈ నేషనల్ యూత్ క్యాంప్ వల్ల నేను నేర్చుకుంది ఏంటంటే, అన్మసింహ లాస్ట్ టైం వచ్చినప్పుడు పూర్ణ అనేది మాలాగే కింద కూర్చొని ఉండే, కానీ ఇప్పుడు నేను ఆఫ్టర్ 7 months తర్వాత నేను ఎవరెస్ట్ ఎక్కి చూపించాను అని చెప్పింది. అలానే మేము యాజ్ ఏ 7 అంటే ఆ అమ్మాయి ఒక్కసారి వచ్చి 7 months బిఫోర్ వచ్చి ఆ అమ్మాయి ఏదో ఒకటి సాధించింది కదా, కానీ నేను 2 years నుంచి ఉన్నా, నేను ఏం సాధించలేకపోయినా ఈ వరల్డ్ కోసం, మన మదర్ ల్యాండ్ కోసం అని చాలా నిన్న ఫీల్ అయి ఉండే. కానీ నిజంగా ఇప్పుడు చెప్పేదంటే ఇన్ 1 year ఆఫ్టర్ ఖచ్చితంగా నేను అలాంటిది ఏదో ఒకటి సాధిస్తా అనే గట్టి నమ్మకం నాలో వచ్చింది. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఎవ్రీబడి.